Good afternoon. It is December 16th, and this afternoon I am in Noosa. So I left Brisbane today, and it wasn't really until sort of the afternoon. I spent the morning at the library just getting caught up on internet-y things and making sure I was making the most of the free unlimited superfast internet that they have at the library in the place that I was, the community that I was staying in. And so got all of that done and then headed off around noon and then drove up the Sunshine Coast because I wanted to see a lot of the communities along the Sunshine Coast, like Alulaba and obviously the beaches are absolutely stunning, and there are some places along the coast that have really done a good job, but I'd say 90% of the coast just seems like tragically suburban, very monotonous, like terrible town planning practices in place. And so it's, like if I was to choose a place to stay, I'd definitely be choosing somewhere like the Gold Coast instead of Sunshine Coast, which is weird because I thought, like people had told me before, Sunshine Coast is sort of the better version of the Gold Coast as far as like it's more laid back and it's just a lot more peaceful, and I guess it is, but I think it kind of feels like peaceful, but it just feels very average as far as the urban landscape goes. It's just very dull. So I did stop in a few places, and I had some amazing Thai food that was even cheaper than the stuff that I had in Lismore, so that was a total win. And I thought I would go all the way up here to Noosa Heads, and just to show you where I'm at. So there's the beach this way, and then there's a jet skier out there. Where did the jet skier? There he is. And then this way is even more beach. So it's like beach everywhere. A proper beach bonanza. Which is, it's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Having said that, everywhere from like Bala Beach in New South Wales all the way through to Byron Bay and then Gold Coast. Even Brisbane, the community where I was staying, had beautiful beaches. And then all the Sunshine Coast, like it's all, I don't want to say that I'm getting tired of the same old beaches, because I'm not. But they all, like, they're just so similar. You step on the sand and it's all powdery, and it just squeaks, like it talks to you when you step on it. And the weather, of course, is just gorgeous and hot. The one thing that has really changed since Bala Beach is the water temperature. Like so it's like 30 degrees every day, and then when I go and get into the water, it doesn't, like, since probably, Gold Coast is probably where I first noticed it, where it was like, actually it's getting a lot warmer. And then here it feels like there's very little difference between the air temperature and the water temperature. So super lovely, and I'm sure it'll be even lovelier the further north I go. I was driving along today, and as I was leaving Metro Brisbane, the sign said, what did it say? It said Cairns was 1,700 kilometers away. And it occurred to me, I was like, that's a lot of driving that I still have to do. So, a lot of driving I shall do, but I am looking forward to a lot of places along the way. I didn't stop in to look at any land today, and the reason for that was because last night I did a final check as to the climate on some of these inland places that are just like due west of the Brisbane area. And in wintertime, they get down to like near enough freezing, and I thought, if I'm buying land, there's no way that I want to go through a winter that is like 3 degrees at night. I don't care how cheap that land is. So I decided, I'll skip that land. And then the place that I'm aiming for later this evening, it's not even 5 o'clock yet, but I'm hoping to make it there probably by before the sun goes down at like 7, is Maryborough. There's some land there in a little community along a river, and I thought I'd just go like drive by some of the land. It's riverside and it is flood prone, but it is really cheap. Surprise, surprise for that one. And the council says you can't build a house on it, but I am curious to know, like, if I essentially just put a boat on the land, because it's a fair chunk of land for cheap. And there's a few of these plots that, yeah, zoning wise, they just won't let you build a house on it. I think back in, what was it, like 2011, it got all flooded, and so after that they were just like, no, you can't build here anymore. But I thought, yeah, like if I just put a boat on there and a mooring, so in the event of a flood, the boat doesn't disappear, then I'm quite happy living in a boat on land. I mean, I've done that before. That was, you know, several months of my life in Auckland was living on a boat on the land. So I don't think my ducks would care either. Like, come to think of it, I think ducks would be quite happy living riverside and just laying eggs every day. I think that'd be quite nice for them. So yeah, so I'll drive by tomorrow morning and yeah, maybe at first sunlight. And if it does look pretty reasonable and the vibe is nice, then I might stick around and talk to the real estate agents, kind of like I did on Russell Island, and get the lowdown from the sales point of view. And then if even that's okay, then I might, what is it? I think I feel like tomorrow's Friday? Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. So I could even stop in at the council and just talk to the council and find out what they would and wouldn't allow on that land. So yeah, there's potential, there's possibility, and it is nice and warm throughout the year, so yeah. Anyway, so tonight should be just a bit of drive. I've already had, yeah, my food, my Thai food, so I'm good to go once I arrive in. I don't need to do too much. And I've heard they have free showers there, so another score for me and the town of Maryborough. But yeah, it's just like, it has been another lovely day, because even driving up the Sunshine Coast, it's just such a lovely drive. I purposely didn't take the M1 or the A1. I took the little coastal roads, and it's, you know, like you do 60 kilometers an hour and nobody's in any particular rush, and you're just driving sort of alongside the beach through all these little suburban community type things. And so yeah, it's been quite a peaceful drive and really lovely that way. Just, yeah, so many gorgeous beaches. So I'll leave it off there. I don't think I have anything more to say. Maybe one final look at these beaches that are just way too gorgeous. Wow, way too gorgeous. Yeah. All right, good night.